I'd want to make a dinosaur picture all my life, because I'm a huge fan of Ray Harryhausen, but I could never find a realistic way to do dinosaurs until Michael Crichton figured out a science that would make it almost allowable, which is, hey, if a mosquito bites a dinosaur 150 million years ago, it gets trapped in amber and is preserved in amber, and you extract the DNA from the blood inside the mosquito of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, can we not bring back the T-Rex? And it was enough credible science that I went, that is one of the most genius combinations of science and imagination I had ever witnessed anybody come up with. And that was all Michael Crichton. There were a lot of risks involved in an art form that had never been perfected. A main character, digital dinosaur, had never been done before for the movies. So in a way, Jurassic Park was the first movie that ever made its main characters, where the entire success or failure of the story was dependent on these digital characters. That was the first time that was ever done, and that was the risk I think all of us took, because I could have played it safe, and Phil Tippett was standing by and prepared to do his magic with his go-motion animation. And we had already done months and months of tests of raptors and gallimimus and T-Rexes, all done with claymation. But when Dennis Murin got together with some of the other people at ILM, and we all decided to give this new technology a chance, and I saw the first test. Ray Harryhausen, and this is one of those things that never happens in real life, but it did happen in this real life. Ray Harryhausen was scheduled to meet me for the first time and to come over here to Universal to say hi to me. I never met him. I'm a huge fan of his. He comes over, we have this great conversation, and I say, would you like to see a digital dinosaur? And I brought him over and I showed him my very, very first test, which was gallimimuses running across a field, but not fleshed. We didn't flesh him. It was just skeletal gallimimus running across a field. And he looked at that and he just said, well, there's your future. There's the future. When you have something which is so unfamiliar to us in our time, which is a Tyrannosaurus Rex, it's 34 feet standing upright, something that menacing, it's not as interesting for me to have people running through a jungle being menaced by a T-Rex, because the people are in a prehistoric terra firma. And they're sort of in the territory of where the dinosaurs, when the dinosaurs ruled the earth, and we're on their land now. But it's much more interesting for an audience, I think, to put a T-Rex next to a modern car, or put raptors inside a modern industrial kitchen, or inside a laboratory with computers everywhere. Things that we today are familiar with. One of the things that I responded to when I read Jurassic Park was that it was primal, and I respond to primal things in both nature and man. I was absolutely not trying to be humble about it. I was saying, hey, this is kind of like Duel and Jaws combined, and this is right up my alley. And rather than striking out and doing something that I had never done before, I thought it would be a lot of fun for me and for the audience to bring dinosaurs back in a believable way.